They had
Yeah,
the idea, but it's good.
yeah. Why did we keep trying to fix something that wasn't broke?
Yeah,
Although I did like the bow ties better.
yeah. You like the bow ties better than string ties?
Well, they look nicer. The string ties were certainly easier.
Yeah, and you didn't
Here
have to go
comes
out and get a new one if you had some shoestrings at home.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Well, that's
Well,
just, we all had our preferences on one thing or another, country music or Joanne Cancel or
yeah.
string ties or striped
Yeah.
vest.
Hey,
The
Snake.
thing is,
Hey, Snake.
Hello, Snake.
what worked, we shouldn't have fooled with it, I think.
That's right. You're right. Exactly right.
Yeah.
Snake, how are things in Denver?
Okay,
Good.
look at me.
Yeah, you're getting
Yeah,
fuzzy, man. You're getting very fuzzy. Well, you have to wear a top hat. You have to wear a top hat for President's Day. You look like a Abe.
Wait till we get a couple more people on, and I'll tell you what happened to me.
Okay.
Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, were you here for Joel's visit?
Yes,
Yeah.
Snake?
that's
Okay,
why I didn't,
okay,
that's why I didn't mention anything. I didn't want to infringe on that.
okay.
That was quite a crowd we had.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was nice.
I was having like multiple screens. I'd have to flip to see whoever was on talking and stuff. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, we saw a bunch of new faces. Rubio, oh, what was his name from the trombone player from oh God.
Neil DeFeo showed up.
Yeah, he was on before a long time. Yeah.
Don't usually show up.
Yeah, it was nice of him to start us off with a little solo.
What happened to the banjo player who moved to New Orleans that was on for a while? I can't remember his name. He was playing on.
John Gill, he's got a gig at this time.
Yeah.
Oh, is that it? Okay. Okay.
I was actually wondering if we should move the time so that John could come back on because he's great.
Yeah. Yeah, he had a lot to share.
Is it a daily gig at 4 or is it just a?
I don't know that, Billy.
Yeah. Yeah.
I might write him and ask him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
He's great. He's a good guy to have.
Yeah, he had a lot of information we didn't have before. It's always nice when somebody comes in. And that other guy that got in, that he was in the Ed Sullivan picture. You can send him a copy of it.
Tom,
TJ O'Brien.
yeah, Tom
TJ
O'Brien.
O'Brien. Yeah, he had a lot of information we didn't have before too. He knew a lot of the folks in that picture and all. So
Yeah.
so
Yeah, I met TJ at Carnegie.
okay.
Nice guy.
Yeah. In fact, we started off with that photo right when he got on. He says, wow. He says, because he was trying to prove to people he was on the Ed Sullivan show. And he said, we started off with a picture of him in the Ed Sullivan show. So it was like, so he asked Tom for a copy and me for a copy. Tom sent one to him, you know.
Yeah, no, I sent him a couple other ones from Ed Sullivan too, because
Did anybody try to link us that Tom sent out to everybody to see if you wanted to get into my Google Drive? You can get like all the photos and stuff that we've been showing is in there, and also video clips from the whole 50th anniversary thing. It didn't have the actual Carnegie Hall performance, but all the other stuff is on there, and also most of the stuff that they did in Connecticut the last time too, you know, is all on there too. If you had a hankering to see it, you could download it to your own computer.
Cool.
but you know if anybody did it, right?
No, because I didn't put that thing on there to remember you were having trouble with the
Okay, good. So maybe somebody did download it that they wanted.
yeah.
You know, at least it's there.
I tried to put it so that they would have to ask permission to get it. That way I can tell if anybody was downloading it or not. But Tom was having trouble with that issue, so I took it off. So anybody that gets the link can basically download it. You know?
Yeah, it was weird. I just couldn't send the email.
Yeah.
Just kept stopping it. I didn't understand. So there's a lot of stuff I don't understand about computers. So
Yeah.
Along with the rest of us.
yeah.
Get them on.
Tom, both of your sons are in San Francisco, right?
Mm-hmm.
Are they having any complications with all the rain out there?
No, no, my youngest son was telling me that he was visiting my older son who lives up in the hills up in Oakland, and he said it was really weird, but I don't think they had any leaks. And in his house in
Hey, Roger.
in
Hey,
San Francisco,
Roger.
he didn't
Hey,
have.
Roger,
Hey, Roger,
that's,
they're doing
that's
well.
good.
how
Yeah,
y'all doing?
Good. Hey, did you?
all
I
good.
saw something that you sent me today, but then I opened it up. It was a link, right?
Who are you talking to?
To Roger.
Oh. David, answer this question for me, will you? Today?
Yeah, it was
I
from
didn't
JM
see it.
Paz at TMGA dot something.
Open it up and see who's
Well, it's
dancing.
it's I did open it up and it's
Hey, Chris.
Hey,
Hi, Chris.
Chris.
relief
How you doing, guys?
the CBD gummies.
He
It was,
sends you a link how you can get gummies.
yeah. Click here to claim your bottle of Earth Med CBD gummies. Rush North.
Hmm. Maybe Roger got
Sound like somebody got scammed.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Sometimes they'll send stuff to your entire mail list if you open a link. Yeah. So now that you opened it, probably you're going to send it to me.
What are they selling? CBD?
Well, it's
Yeah.
Roger, your email address is not jmpaz at tmga.es.
No,
No.
that's not me.
This is a scam, and now I probably screwed everything up by opening that link.
Uh-oh.
As long as you didn't participate.
No, I didn't participate.
No, but if you sometimes if you open a link, it gets them into your it allows them to hack you. I don't ever click on a link unless I know somebody sent it to me, you know.
Yeah, well, this said no intention to conjure up any memories, just wanted to share this image. So of course I opened it. It said
I think it
old
was
photos from Roger Kenneman.
It said Roger.
Yeah, it said old photos from Roger Kenneman.
I'll be darned.
Yeah, it's crazy because it has a different email address for Roger.
Yeah, I got
Roger, you better check to make sure your
somebody
email
got-
hadn't been hacked. Yeah.
something happened. Anyway,
Oh, someone got in my email.
or
That's all I can figure because
your mailing list or something, some kind of way.
it's it says old photos from Roger Kinnaman, and that people somebody to know that I would open it because it's you usually
Yeah,
send.
it says old photos.
Mhm.
I'll be darned.
Oh well.
But dang kids these days.
Yeah.
I don't know about it.
Howdy, Chris. How's things at Big Italy?
Well,
Va bene, va bene.
when we get through, I can check my email and see if
I'd say I'd
someone-
send it back to you, but I don't want to infect
no,
you.
don't do that. I can
Yeah.
see what I can see what has been sent. You know.
Hey, Jim.
Howdy, Gim.
Kim, how you doing, man?
He's,
You got any snow up there in the Northeast?
he's giving us a big thumbs up. So Chris, yeah, Tom said you emailed him. Did you try to get in about 5 hours ago or something?
Oh no, yesterday I thought it was
Yesterday.
Thursday.
Oh, okay. I didn't get it till this morning.
Damn, you know you make us all feel good. we can't keep track of the days anyway.
It's hard enough, not and now that I'm 6 hours off, it's really confusing.
So when do you return?
I come back next Thursday, so I got one more week to go.
Okay.
Good for you.
Well, I know you're enjoying it out there.
Very much so.
Yeah, I bet.
It's great just being across the hallway from my little grandsons and to be together with my brother and his wife, and my sister is here, and it's
That's
just great.
That's
It's really a great
cool.
occasion.
Play together like you thought.
Oh,
Yeah.
was that?
Did you get to play together like you thought y'all might?
Oh, yeah, we did actually. We played at a little place just half a block from here, and we had a great crowd, and And as a matter of fact, I posted a link to it on Facebook, but
Oh,
I don't know which Facebook. I guess I used my regular
Yeah.
Chris Fenimore
I saw
Facebook.
it.
I'll go look for it because I don't get
No, you
everybody's
are-
stuff all the time. So it's,
I-
Snake, you saw it, right? Yeah, it was a lot of fun. We just played like 5'2" and Heart of My Heart and stuff like that. You know.
it's
Hey,
like the mustache.
Can
In
I,
it- In Italian? In
can I tell
Italian?
you,
Italian, really.
Yeah, just as long as you didn't do our version of Peg of My Heart, I guess you're okay.
No, we didn't do that.
hey guys, can I tell you what happened to me?
Yeah.
What happened, Snake?
I took a big bad fall just before Christmas and broke everything on my left side.
Oh no!
Hip, shoulder, collarbone. And so I spent January and some of February in surgery, rehab, you name it.
Holy moly.
My goodness.
I saw that you weren't on a couple of times, and I was thinking about you. I was hoping you're okay.
No,
That's what, when I came on, I asked if you were here when Joel was, because when I was logging on, I thought, geez, I haven't seen Snake lately. So
Yeah.
I'll be darned. Sorry to hear that, but you
Yeah,
healing
well,
okay?
well, I'm, I'm awful sore in the shoulders
Hmm.
where I broke it.
Yeah.
Fall downstairs, or did you fall in the street? Or
I just came out of the bathroom and passed out.
oh,
Ooh,
Oh, passed out even.
I don't know why. But I
Hmm.
sure know the effect.
Yeah.
Hmm, hmm,
It-
hmm,
it-
hmm.
It's
I'll
been
say,
rough.
do you live alone? Were you okay with that?
No, I got a girlfriend or a significant other that lives with me, and
Okay,
she
good.
found me and helped me through it.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
But man, it's been a trial.
Wow.
You have a lot of steps in your house?
Not many. I don't go downstairs very often.
Okay.
So I'm in a ranch style home,
Okay.
so I don't have a lot of steps, but
You gotta be careful of all those steps. That's when we moved, we bought a house, one level.
I got
know.
beat up this time, man.
Yeah.
I thought it was something to do with your beard. You're saying about where you had a beard and you were saying you have a story about that. So you just decided to quit shaving while you were in rehab, or you?
Well,
Yeah.
that was the least of my worries.
Yeah.
And we-
It's
Yeah, we
been-
have a one level house because my wife thinks that's good for her, so we don't have to go to a home or something. And she had the bathroom redone. And I came home one day and I said, "Why is the door so wide?" The wheelchairs.
Wheelchair, so shit.
Well, that's what I said because it was about 15 years ago. And I said, "Emily,
I know that too.
Emily likes to think ahead.
he does think ahead, all right."
I'm in one right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I saw that the other day when you were on with Joel.
Mhm.
But I didn't put two and two together, so I'm being kind of stupid.
Yeah, well, it's definitely something to think about as you get older, you know.
mhm.
Hey,
We're taking care of Bonnie's dad, and he has the narrow doors and a long, narrow hall, and so getting around sometimes is a little difficult. So
Whatever you do, just try not to fall.
that's the number one issue as people age, people just falling. That's my wife tells me that all the time, being working in the hospital.
Yeah, it's real for old people. The system of the balance and the equilibrium goes to hell, and you fall real easily. I've come close a couple of times, but I've not fallen yet. But the first thing the doctor will ask you when you go see them is, "Have you fallen?"
Yeah.
right,
Mhm.
so
Yeah.
it's question a lot. Yeah.
So it's obviously a high priority, huh?
If you can avoid it, don't do it.
That's right.
It ain't fun.
You can start wearing bubble wrap.
That's what
Why-
I'm getting. Bubble wrap pajamas.
And if you get bored, you can just pop them.
That's
At least
it.
when
Oh yeah.
if you get enough, you just bounce back up.
Now you need it.
Well, since we were talking about John Gill, I pulled up some of his photos.
Cool.
That's a good one.
And then
played
New
with
Yorker
Turk.
Club.
He played
There's
with
John
Turk for
Gill,
quite a
and
while.
I guess these are just, I don't know who the other people are, but
John played with Turk Murphy for quite a while.
Yep.
I actually saw him out in San Francisco while he was playing with Turk.
I have too. I've been like I forget the name of the club they played at.
Earthquake Lagoons.
That's exactly
it.
right.
now Turk Murphy was what kind of what kind of music was that?
It was,
Trombone.
Yeah.
Dixieland, ragtime.
Yep.
British trad revival is the way I would characterize it, because it had no drum, so it was a kind of a movable feast, you know.
And here's another one.
So is Tom in those pictures, or
Is that New York?
John's in there?
John's playing the banjo right there.
Banjo. Okay.
He's looking young.
Yeah. Didn't we all?
He was young.
That's Larry Fishkin on the tuba.
Is it really? Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh my. Larry
And who's the banjo player sitting down?
I recognize him, but I don't remember his name.
Yeah.
He was a kid. He was a kid because
How about Larry Fishkind?
Yeah, Larry Fishkin.
yeah. Funny.
I don't know who's on trombone. It almost looks like Herb Roselle, but it's not.
It's not her.
No, no.
No,
It had to be mid-70s. We had gone into the suspenders mode, huh?
Yeah,
evidently.
it was after my time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was. I left in '70, so it was. That was it.
That came in while I was working, and I left in '75. So it was sometime before then. Everybody was wearing suspenders.
Well, so did that come down from Joel? You know, we were talking about that before. I thought it was just individual clubs, you know, like we had changed in New Orleans, but so that came from Joel, I guess. If everybody's switching.
When I was playing, they had a striped vest, and we all sat down.
Yeah.
Yep.
Here's same people, but they must have had some of the audience up there.
Yeah.
That was
Oh
neat.
yeah.
It had the bananas that you pulled.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's always funny when you see those little frozen moments. You just wonder about these other people that are in the picture down, just watching the show and all that, you know. Yeah. Who the hell were you?
Hey, Roger, did the band sit in New Orleans when you were first there?
The what?
Did the band sit down on stage
Yeah.
while it went? Okay.
Yeah, they did. And it came when we started having a show band, and when they were playing at Jackie Gleason's club in Miami Beach down there, so everybody was standing up. So Joe liked that idea, and because in most of all your bands, especially your jazz bands in New Orleans, all the musicians sit down outside of maybe the trombone and the clarinet player, and so then he decided we don't need to stand up. So the band did. Some of them liked it a lot. A few didn't like it because they were just used to sitting down and playing long sets. So
I got to play along with Vanasek and Jerry.
Look at Rubio. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
Lord.
Danny.
Having a good time. I mean, but look at John Gill. He's playing the clarinet and the banjo.
You're talented guy.
Does Danny look like one of the Marx brothers to anybody else?
Brothers.
Bill Hennessy.
With that curly hair, it'd have to be Harpo, but Harpo had blonde hair.
Wasn't that Hennessy with the left-handed?
Oh, yeah. I
The
don't know.
caption says Bill Higbee.
It's Bill,
It's who it is.
no, that's Bill Higbee for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
on the banjo.
John
yeah.
Gill, Bigot, Bill Higbee, Danny Rubio, and Jerry
Lead banjo.
Cool.
Jerry Cool, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, if
Jesus.
I wish I would have learned how to play trombone. That would have been
Yeah. I always dreamed that I played the trombone. I'd have dreams I was a trombone player.
I shot a documentary about DC music about 15 years ago, and one of them was the United House of Prayer, which is a black church that's always in the poor part of town, and they're all over the country, and they have trombone bands, and that's it. They are all trombone players. They do all these things with kids to keep them off the street at night, and they had, my wife said, "What time are you?" We had to shoot this church service on a Saturday night, and she said, "What time are you coming home?" I said, "I'll probably be home by 11 because it starts at 7." This thing wasn't over until 4 a.m. and they had 3 trombone bands, and it was so much fun. It's like a game show.
Where was this?
This was at the United House of Prayer in DC, but
Oh, wow.
the New York band, and they had some
Right.
band from the South come up, and it was just, like each band had about 10 trombones in it, and it was
Oh,
loud, but they played great, and it was really fun.
Must have been their House of Prayer reunion.
yeah, that's a great experience. Picture?
Yeah.
3 10 trombone bands. Holy jeez, that's 46 short, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, but they were great. It was
I'll bet.
Tom, do you have pictures of that?
yeah, I actually have a documentary about it.
Oh, cool.
I'll send
Off
you
the
link if
subject,
I
way
can
back when I
find
was in Boy Scouts, we didn't have a bugler. We had this one guy named Philip who played a trombone. So we'd been at camp and stuff, and he'd get and blow revelry on the trombone. We were different anyway,
Well, it reminded me because our friend your brother Chris was playing. He went out and got his horn the other day and played it during Joel's Zoom.
Are you?
Uh-huh.
That was fun. He looked so happy doing that.
Yeah, he kind of started it off with a little trombone solo. That was cool.
Yeah.
Remember Chuck had the trombone rag and Lazarus trombone.
Speaking of show band, I found this old picture. We might have seen it before.
Yep, that's a good one.
Oh my.
Can anybody name the folks in it?
Bob Adams in the middle.
Yeah, that's the only one I can recognize.
Christine to the
That's
right.
Christine's in the back.
He's
Right.
up in the
Oh,
right.
she has a wig on or something.
Yes, exactly.
She has his hair pulled up, I guess.
Yeah, that fooled me.
Yeah.
But you're
Okay.
Harry Lip Productions.
Yeah, it looks like one of their flyers from a long time ago.
well, Billy, everything we got is a long time ago.
Yeah.
A lot longer ago than I'd like to
Hey.
admit. That's the way it is.
I thought we were watching some sort of strange movie somewhere. That's us. Jeez.
Hey, Barry, did you invite Danny into the mustache? Or how did he get started? Do you remember?
Yeah, Danny and I were good friends, and I just made it on the bandstand, and I got it. And I told him to come around and start, and he waited tables and bartended and all. And it was him.
I don't even. Yeah,
It was
I don't even
killing me.
remember that.
But it was killing him that I was up on a bandstand, and he's very talented, obviously, and he was waiting tables. And what happened, we asked Peter Vianides if we could use his tuba, and Danny would bring his mouthpiece, and we'd show up to work, 8 o'clock early, and we'd sit in the back, and I played tunes, and he taught himself the tuba.
Oh,
Oh,
really?
right in the back room of the Mustache.
Really? That's wow.
that's great.
So what, if the tuba was his second or third instrument, what was his first?
When he was a kid, he played piano.
Okay,
Also, in a school band, he played trumpet
okay.
Oh,
and
okay.
a little drums too. But he was a trumpet player, so he knew the fingerings.
Right, exactly.
You know,
Same key even, I mean, it's the same, same, what do you call it, register.
fingerings, and he for playing the piano, he understood what a bass line's supposed to be. You know, at the Mustache, if you can play 1 and 5, that's pretty much all you
That'll,
need.
that'll cover you, yeah.
Yeah, I remember when Wes Mix used to sometimes pull his trumpet out. He'd play he would play the tuba in the band, but then he'd pull his trumpet out. And I asked him about it once. He says, "Yeah, the finger is pretty much the same, so you could just go back and forth from one to the other." You know,
Wow.
not a,
You're talking about Jackie Gleason before, so
The big man. Jackie Gleason.
and away we go.
Oh,
Did
yeah.
you watch him in that movie with Paul Newman,
Oh,
The Hustler?
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
he was good.
Yeah. Do you know he had he told the directors, he said, I'm doing all my own shots on a pool table. I want 2 cameras above the table, 3 on the side, and 3 at the end. I'm doing all my own shots. I don't need any help. So he made all those shots himself. He wanted to prove to people he was doing it. That's why he had all those cameras put up.
Joe,
What a great character out of a certain era.
I think I need to send this picture to Banu.
Oh, yeah.
I think Banu has that on her Facebook page.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, maybe not the close up, but I think it's but I've seen it on her page before.
Too bad she couldn't be on the call the other day with Joel.
She was
Yeah.
in Muses, the
Oh, the parade.
Right.
female parade with that they throw shoes. That's
Oh,
all.
yeah.
Muses, yeah.
I think it was that night, and they get down early to load up the float and get ready and all that. So
Yeah,
they
'cause she sent me a little note that just said, "Shoot, I'm in Muses tonight," and I said, "Well."
I think Joel touched on this, but I had every once in a while I just look on eBay and see what they have under your father's mustache.
Yeah.
And somebody had this, and you don't see your father's mustache written on anywhere on the front of it, but in the description inside the body of the magazine, this is from September 25th, 1964, there was an article about your father's mustache. And
Is that the one with the picture of us?
I'm assuming it did have it, but I didn't. All I have is the cover of it, and when you go to the body of the sale, it tells you all the different things that it has in there. It was a story about your father's mustache and such.
September 64.
Yeah, so it was September 25th, 1964, the Atlantic edition. You know, so
I remember when Time Magazine came to the Mustache, and Carl and Joel and I were playing. It was 3 banjos and no trombone. There's just pre-trombone days, and yeah, he took there was a picture of us in Time Magazine.
yeah. Unfortunately, all I have is the cover and then a little description of what's in the magazine. So it's you know.
I'll bet I could find it.
Yeah.
Then
Probably.
I'm surprised I didn't send it to you. Anyway, I'll
Oh, you have
look.
it? Okay,
I'll
that'd
look.
be great. Yeah, or scan it or something. Yeah.
Right, exactly, sure.
Okay. Yeah.
There's Ed Sullivan show.
It's Solomon right there. Yeah.
Are any of those people the people we know?
good night on the
Yeah.
right.
Oh, sure. All of them.
Jones
Yeah.
in there, I can see.
Yeah. Not the dancers, but in the band.
The dancers the dancers were hired for the occasion.
And the person up with the big cymbals, that's Joel's sister, Jennifer.
Jennifer, right.
She used to run the improper Bostonian in Boston. Also,
And it was the other girl that's in there with she's just a hired hand.
The one
Yeah.
on the one on the right in the back, yeah.
Yeah, with the tray.
yeah. Yeah. It's isn't that Jerry Goodnight on the far right down front
Yes.
playing the banjo?
Yes. I played side with him in Denver.
Yeah.
Jerry Goodnight. What a name.
Yeah.
Really. So Jerry Goodnight. No, I didn't say goodnight. I said
Good night, Jerry.
What?
He's gone now.
He's the
Oh.
first you ever heard play the banjo with the mustache, Jerry.
Really?
How interesting.
Yeah, the first time I walked in a New Orleans club, he was down for the summer. He switched with Neil. Neil went up north, I think, to Cape Cod that summer, and Jerry Goodnight was down.
He had a mustache drawn on his banjo head.
He probably said, I didn't know it was going to be this hot down here. All right.
Isn't February the month you guys have the what is it, the French Quarter Festival down there?
But it's April.
Oh, that's April.
Yeah.
Something happens in February. I'm trying to remember what the hell it was. Besides Mardi Gras, I mean.
And in fact, Chris is coming in the 7th through the 11th of April, right, Chris? Yeah.
That's it. I'll be there.
Lucky
Oh.
you. Damn it.
Y'all come on down, baby.
Yeah.
Beignets are on me.
It'll be
where?
covered with
What's
powdered
place?
sugar. Tom, you said you're going to see if Emily you can make it down, huh?
Yeah, but I think as it turns out, we're going to St. Louis because of the eclipse.
The eclipse is April 8th. That's right.
Yeah.
Oh my.
A total eclipse.
Because we're going to the zone of something where you line up right. My kids are
Yeah.
on.
Yeah. I did
Cool.
that one for the last one. I went up to Tennessee. It was quite interesting to see it like that, where it gets completely dark. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be eastern Texas and into Arkansas, but it's not going to be any in Louisiana.
But you'll still see it, won't you?
Yeah, it's just that it's
Won't
something
see-
about when it gets totally dark, you can look at it through those glasses, and there's certain little features you can see
Yeah.
on the sun that you don't see unless you're right smack in the middle, I think.
Okay.
They call it like the diamond ring, and it really is quite spectacular when the sun starts reemerging behind the shadow.
Right. Is it that Mark Heater on the tuba?
Yeah.
Yep.
And that's
That's Higby, and then there's Bill Dern.
I don't know.
And the other one I don't recognize.
That's Don Aiken, I believe.
Ah.
And he had a
Wonderful.
brother also. And both of them came up to Vancouver when I worked up there for a while.
Uh-huh.
And that's Christine, right, on the trombone.
Yeah.
Too bad.
Yeah, the one time
Trombone.
she came on the Zoom, she was so funny because she was talking about how one day the slide just took off and it hit somebody in the head in the audience.
It just flew out of there. How did y'all get Joe Terra to dress up?
Oh yeah,
Really?
look at that.
He would occasionally.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where was this? I don't know where this was.
I
Just on a
assume-
Mike Douglas show or
Sullivan.
something?
Yeah, it says Ed Sullivan. Ed Sullivan.
Oh, it's Sullivan up there. I
Joe
don't
Terra.
remember that Sullivan show being like this.
Mm.
Maybe didn't the band go out and warm up the audience before the show a bit or something?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
we had a warm-up band. Yeah,
we did that for years.
yeah. With
Mike Swan and I kind of traded off on that. We used to do that.
that was fun.
Ed Sullivan Theater. That's where the Colbert Show is now.
Yeah,
They've remodeled it a bit, but it's still the same.
yeah, I love the ceiling they put in there.
Oh yeah, the ceiling is cool, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, where God talks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I had a funny experience because after all those years, we did the Sullivan Show, and the warm up for the Sullivan Show.
Right.
Years later, Howard Cosell, you might remember, had a Saturday night live show, and I was with the Woody Allen band at that point, and Woody and Howard were good friends, and so he hired us to do the warm up. So the first time I show up there, it's like going home because I knew where all the dressing rooms were, and
Oh, wow.
I knew the secret entrance right by the parking lot. And all that good shit. It was kind of fun.
So what was it like being in the Woody Allen?
You work with Woody Allen?
Oh yeah, I was with this man for a year.
Hey, Chris, you're basing your puns on TV here, baby.
He used to come in once in a while and sit in the mustache in New York
Yeah.
in the afternoons.
What you based in, Chris?
It's a challah bread.
Holla. Okay.
If you please, it's challah.
Holla.
Okay.
Like a
You got me.
You gotta say a brucha over the challah.
Yeah.
It's a hell of a bread, I'll tell you that.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's really a brioche in disguise.
Here's from the 50th from the lobby.
Oh yeah.
That was a fun time there.
Well, there's a room full of Hall of Famers there. Tell you. Oh boy.
Everybody was still alive, and
Oh yeah.
just one great time.
Yeah, sitting up, taking nourishment and everything.
That was quite a surprise too, to be able to walk in. In fact, I had gone to my room to change and rest a little bit, and then Tom called me from the lobby, said, "You got to come down." And so he and Kent were waiting for me when I got there, and the band was playing full swing. That was great.
Irrepressible. Wow. Yeah, we are an irrepressible yacht. We can't hold us back.
Right.
Chris, are you still in Italy? Are you back?
Chris,
What?
Nick's talking to you.
No, I said, are you still in Italy?
Yeah.
Wow, good for you. Wow. Jealous, man. That's great.
One more week. Then I gotta go home. Face reality.
You've been there what, a month or more?
2 months.
2 months.
Oh,
Wonderful.
wow. What a great experience.
Yeah, I got here just after Christmas. I've been doing this for a couple of years now.
Yeah, I remember that, but I didn't remember how long it was.
Yeah.
Can you speak Italian?
No. I mean, I can order a coffee and stuff.
You haven't learned Italian? For heaven's sakes, what a great opportunity.
I know. I'm just, I speak French. And every time I go to say something to somebody, it always comes out in French.
Okay.
So.
Okay. They are similar, but the pronunciations are different.
Well, you don't want anybody in Italy to think that you're from France.
Really.
Well,
Because they always say the word francese with the dour expression, francese.
that's also true of Spanish and German.
Probably.
Yeah. When I was in France, I used to work with an Italian guy, good friend, good guy, and he said, because he was Italian, and he says, here, said, when I was in school, I would learn Spanish. I learned Spanish and German, and here I am in France working for an American company, speaking English.
Mhm.
It screwed him up, but he spoke with an Italian accent. It was just fun to listen to him. It was fun.
Now, where did you live in France, Kim? Were you
Near
in Paris?
West of Paris a little bit.
Okay.
It was 6 miles from our town to the Paris city limits. Yeah.
I was
15
so envious of you when I heard that you got a job with IBM and that you were living in France.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
just, give me a break.
Oh, but it was, well, I lost all my gigs. You know, I had to come back, start again. Oh, sorry. It was brutal. Yeah, we were playing, the Mustache Band was playing the Yankee games at that point. So in 1977, the Yankees won the World Series. And I was there when Reggie Jackson hit his 3 home runs against the Dodgers in Game 6, and they won the series.
Oh, wow.
And that was my last gig, because 3 months later we were on our way to France.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, baseball's getting ready to start up soon, so.
Oh, the pitches and catches are there. Yeah, there we are.
Oh, that'd be nice souvenir. It lets you keep the shirts.
That was fun day. I lost it. I have no idea where the hell it is. I have most of the old stuff, but I don't have that one.
How cool is that?
That's cool.
That
You
is.
know, now we had that's Eddie Polster. He was a kind of a ringer, but the other 3 of us are mustache guys. You know, David. There was Dennis Drury on the right, and Don Mopsick on the left. I'm sorry, no, not Don Mopsick. That's what was his name? He died recently. Oh golly,
That hurt.
from Long Island. Oh golly, it'll come to me. But it was a good band. We had good fun.
And
Now,
Ed Walter was down here in New Orleans for a while. I played a bunch of gigs with him.
Dennis.
No, Ed. You said Ed.
Oh, Ed. Oh yeah, Ed. Yeah, he's good. He's a great player.
Really good.
Yeah.
A good guy, and I'm good. His son is very good.
Right, Ben. I've never played with him, or I've never even heard him play, but I've heard about his playing, and it's
He
pretty.
lives in Philly now, but he still comes down to New Orleans. I saw him about 2 weeks ago, in fact.
Good for you. That's nice.
But Ed's a sweetheart.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
So when did y'all play, during the 7th inning stretch or before the game, or what?
We played we played before the game and then between the innings.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was like a little stage, or just someplace microphoned, or what?
No, we would stand in between the aisles and in the stands, and we get about a tune and a half in, and then we'd go sit down and go someplace else and play in the next between the next rows.
Okay.
Did you play with the Mustache when they were there later?
I'm sorry, did I?
Yeah.
Oh, that was a Mustache group there. It just,
Yeah, but I mean, there was another band that dressed in the mustache outfits that played there.
Might have
Joe
been after,
was in one.
might have been after I left, but we had the Mets contract in the 60s and we played there, and we just what the hell did we wear at the Mets game? We played there from 65 to 69, and then we went to the Yankees and played there until 77. And
I played those gigs, and I just wore my regular uniform, I think.
Art Dragon played. Art Dragon played out there, so.
Yeah, Art Dragon was part of it. Yeah, and so was oh golly, I'm getting bad with names.
That's called age. That's what to do being bad. uh, I went for a checkup, and two things my doctor asked me to do. He said, I want you to make a circle and make it into a clock, and I want you to put 11 o'clock on it.
Yeah,
I
right.
said, well, okay. And then she gave me 3 words. She said, I want you to remember these words. It was
That's
boy, dog, and ball or something. So we'll get back to that later. So pretty soon she came back and said, where's your picture? I said, that's right here. I said, well, and she asked me the words. She said, well, that's correct. I said, well, can I be the president now?
Yeah. 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 Yeah, I get that now too.
She was doing that to test, I guess, for Alzheimer's or something. I don't know what shit.
Well, it's your cognitive test. You had dementia, recollection,
Yeah,
like that. Yeah.
I thought it was, she didn't like it. I thought it was funny myself, but
yeah.
my wife said, they don't think that's funny, Roger. You don't need to be doing that.
Here's an old,
Proudly presents.
yeah, the old Friday afternoon club.
Oh my.
You know, we used to.
We
at
had a
one
lot of drunk nurses there every Friday.
That started in Denver, the Friday afternoon club.
Oh.
Then it migrated to some of the other clubs.
All the beer you can drink for 3 hours.
Yeah.
Correct.
$1 for ladies,
man.
$3 for men. All the beer
Yeah.
or liquor you could drink. Of course,
Well, that's
Yeah,
it was not
that's-
tall brands. It was not
just
know,
well.
yeah.
Just
Give it
well.
clicks.
well drinks, you know.
But it was
Boy,
a mess.
boy, that's a
It's a mess.
recipe.
Yeah.
That's a
Well,
recipe for
or
disaster.
liquor. Wow.
Well, depending on well, it was a lot of it was loaded with a lot of nurses from charity school of nursing, and
Yeah. We should bring them down on a fire truck sometimes.
yeah,
But the thing is, the idea when that started in Denver, they thought, oh, good, we'll do this, then we can open up with a crowd. Well, shit, the crowd was so drunk, you had to get them out of the club.
Right.
yeah, it was a little
Then
trouble.
you had to clean up. Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Well, we used to serve that sangria by the pitcher and people were puking it up.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
That was an interesting experience.
When I played at the Old Straw Hat on New Year's Eve, they used to have all you could, you paid one fee and then you could have all you wanted to drink. And the people were so drunk by midnight that nobody sang Old Lang Syne. I always sang it by myself. It was just, there was nobody awake.
And all acquaintances we forgot.
Yeah, really.
I used to do the Old Straw Hat too. I'm trying to. Yeah, that was good. That was when I lived in Jersey. That was a good gig.
Oh yeah.
I was trying to find the other baseball picture, but I came across this while I was looking. So
Sure.
That's
Who's the blonde-headed girl?
to the right.
Yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
our right, Jackie Gleason's left.
I don't know.
Maybe she's just with the show band. I didn't know.
Probably.
Now, this was probably taken down in Miami.
I bet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's probably the band that was down there working in Joe the Bartenders.
And I think that's Ron Gall in the back.
Yes, it
no.
was. Yes, it is.
Ah,
Yes, it is.
you got Joe Terra to fly down to Miami.
Oh, yeah.
he loved it. His brother was down in the Key West. So
Oh, okay.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. That's all I got this week.
oh, bullshit. You got a lot more than that.
I got a few. I just this was I think one of Joel's trips. Well, good Lord, do I have the right spot here?
That's a good picture.
Yeah.
French Quarter Fest.
Oh yeah.
Joel came down, and of course Mike. And that very night at Fritzel's, we had like 7 banjo players in the house
Wow.
with the Fritzel's band. I mean, yeah, it was really something.
But that was fun.
I tell you who else showed up, the girl banjo player. What's her name? Jim?
Joe Dragon?
Penny Clark?
No, not Penny Clark. Cynthia Sayers.
Cynthia Sayer, sure, right.
She was there, and me and Mike and Joel and Bruce O'Neill and a few others. But there's a whole bunch of banjo players that night.
Wow.
Jackson Square, we were listening to a P. Fountain play.
So I don't know what I'm doing here to make it do that. Okay, there we go.
It was a beautiful day. I remember Joel sat next to my mother and they chatted for a long time that day.
Yeah. Joel got some Mardi Gras beads anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see. Figure out what I'm doing over here. Let's see.
That was the opening of Chicago.
Oh, wow.
That's the Duggart on the far left. And the second guy is God, I can't think of his name now. Anyway, he turned out to be a model, and was in all the big magazines in New York. I think it got. Anyway, and the bartender was out of Chicago, and the funny thing about the guy that was a model, I was in when I was on Mexico one time. I was walking down the beach. I saw this guy walking toward me. The closer I got to him, it was him. I said, "What the hell are you doing down here on a beach?" He said, "Well, what are you doing here?" We started laughing, and he set up built an oven to make bread and sell it to people along the beach and everything. I said, "What happened?" I couldn't take it anymore. That lifestyle of being a model. So I made tons of money because it was nuts. And so,
Really?
but yeah, he used to do come in and do repair work at the Mustaches also. He and John Fairfield would come and do some work. He was a neat guy.
How long was
It was
Chicago?
so funny here. I'm walking on the beach in Mexico. Huh? How long what?
How long was Chicago open?
Not too long. The big thing was that Joe always had this thing. He wanted to compete against the Red Garter.
Yeah.
Well,
Red-
two places you could compete against them was in Chicago and San Francisco. They were so well established there. I used to go over and I just became friends with the managers over there. Just go over and chat with them. They were just packed every night. That was the place to go if you wanted to listen to that type of music in Chicago. And maybe a couple years. I left Chicago. I couldn't take it. I went down to the lake and I came home and well, Joe said, "Joe, I can't handle this cold lake weather. I got to go back to New Orleans." I said, "Okay." He said, "You can go back." I forgot I turned the keys over to some other guy. I said, "I'm out of here." But the funny thing about it, we had a big truck, like the U-Haul trucks with you can rent the big ones. Well, we had a truck like that was painted black and it had your father's mustache logos on the side of them.
Oh,
And everything. And we had it in Chicago. So Joe said, "I want you to go around take one of these guys with you. We need to buy a bunch of chairs and furniture to put in the club to get it open." I said, "Okay." I had no idea where the hell I was going in Chicago. So anyway, I go up. You walk in this sort of an alleyway, and you walk upstairs. You walk along this long hallway. I thought I was going to see the mafia back in the back room. I walk in, talk to this guy. I still wanted to buy the chairs downstairs. He said, "Okay, let's make a deal." I said, "Okay," and so we loaded them all up, and I was taking off and coming around, and I went under an underpass, and the truck didn't go under the underpass.
Oh, shit.
So, but I wasn't going fast. I just hit the top of it, hit the underpass, and just pushed the top back a ways. So I got
Oh,
back to the club and said, "Hey, Joe, your truck out there. Let me tell you about this." What the hell are you doing? I said, "I didn't read the over sign." Well, there's a good picture. Johnny Murad.
Oh, boy.
He was so fun.
Yeah, well, he had some stories.
Oh, yes.
Are his children living in California?
Yeah. He was living with them. It's the one
Yeah.
son.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One last 50th reunion photo. It was like from the, I guess it's after the bios, I reckon.
Yeah, the way Jeffrey's waving goodbye, so I guess so.
Yes.
Yeah.
Looks like everybody else is taking their stuff and leaving, so, yeah. Standing ovation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was.
I still can't believe we did that, really.
Oh, that took a lot of organization to put all that together.
It took us a year. I couldn't, when Joel first proposed
Yeah.
that thing, I said, "You're crazy."
Yeah.
Yeah.
You said that to him a lot, I think.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, well, yeah,
That's
and
true.
then we must have had 10 meetings on this thing, and they're, planning the going down to Carnegie Hall and negotiating, a time and a place, and we couldn't fill the big hall because that's 2,000 people. So we took the Zanko Hall, and the price wasn't that much less. And oh,
But it was all set up pretty good, I thought.
oh, it's funny.
It was nice to have a full house too. That was kind of psychologically, it felt good to have a sellout. It was.
I frankly was surprised when I saw the house. I knew he invited every friend he ever had in the world to show up. I had a few, and it was really great to see all those people. It really was.
Yeah.
Really. And the hotel turned out good. The gentleman was married to Kathy Goodleaf, right? And
Right.
Right.
I think he passed away.
I guess he's gone now. Yeah. Joe Sakala. Yeah.
Yeah, he did a lot of
Did
work
you-
on it.
Oh, he
Yeah,
did a lot of work,
yeah.
and he spent a lot of money that we didn't know about, and so we had a lot of bills, and it got a little interesting at the end as to whether we could actually cover it, but it worked out.
Yeah. And the New York Hustler.
You remember you remember the souvenir table with all the buttons and
Yeah.
and all the whatever the hell they were, the towels and the shirts and all that stuff. He did that all on his own without telling us, and and then gave us the bill. Holy shit, Joe! What have you done?
New York Hotel. You know what happened to Kathy Goodleaf?
I have no idea. No.
Yeah. She was a sweet lady.
Oh, she's nice. Very nice.
I worked with her a lot in the New York office there. She did a lot of work.
On that link that I sent out for you to get on my Google Drive, that thing that says the 50th anniversary, it does not have Carnegie Hall in it, but it has everything else. All the interviews and playing in the lobby and all the people who told mustache stories. Everything else is on that clip. It runs about an hour and 50 minutes, but it's everything that I shot there, not including Carnegie Hall. So if you're interested, you could just download it and look at the whole thing.
Cool.
So everybody gonna be here next week?
Oh, except Chris, huh? Oh, Chris, you gonna be able to make it?
Probably not. I think I'll be traveling.
I thought you'd be traveling. Yeah.
I leave on Thursday morning here, and I get back in the States, who knows when.
6 hours later.
6 hours.
Nice.
Well, actually, on the clock, it's about three hours, right? Yes, that's six
Right.
hours. 6 hours in the air.
And another 6 hours off the time difference.
I'm just gonna indulge
Actually,
myself.
I have to fly into I think it's Dallas, Fort Worth, and then go to Pittsburgh from there.
Wow.
Well, of course.
Crazy.
Well, Pittsburgh. I mean, after all,
I know what the hell's in Pittsburgh.
Who goes to Pittsburgh? I don't know.
Exactly.
Well, my 52nd anniversary is coming up Monday, and this was the night before I got married,
Oh Lord.
1972, at your father's mustache. I was working sidebar, and they let me off early. but not before they try to take all my clothes off and make me sing "I'm Getting Married" in the morning, and drink a whole bottle of champagne
Left
on
behind
the
you.
bandstand. Yeah,
Everybody looks so happy.
David
Yes,
looks the same.
yeah.
Good times.
Yeah. Well, that's John Stacy and Freddie Lonzo next to me with it on the my
Who's that in the back?
John Leonard.
John Lennon.
What's that
Yeah.
guy's name behind you, Bill?
It's Mad Dog,
Right
John
there.
Leonard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
You should call him
He
Mad
was over in
Dog.
Texas
He's from,
for a
he's
while.
from New Jersey. He came down with Joe Mullane and Rex Karger.
Right.
And way off on the right is Al Siebel. And then the
Irv-
band, of course.
That's
It's
Irv
Fred.
Ivy behind the tuba there, isn't it?
Yeah, it's Herb Ison, Les Muscat, Freddie Lonzo, and John Stacy on washboard.
There's David laying down in the bar drinking.
David under
Yeah.
David.
Couldn't stand up anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm always so thankful that the camera girl decided to shoot a picture of that. I wouldn't have had a record of it. But it's one of my favorite pictures of all time. So anyway.
Yeah, it should.
That's a great one.
Well, happy early anniversary. You said it's
Yeah.
Tuesday?
Yay.
Huh?
Your anniversary is Tuesday?
It's Monday, but that was the night before the anniversary. Actually, I got married like at 11 the next morning, and I think I was still drunk from
Yeah.
the night before. Of course, I guess that's the way to do it, right?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
All
So-
right,
Well, when you get married, you got to let them know
Week.
early on what life is going to be like, and that's a good way to do it.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a job. Good job.
Well, it was pretty cool though, because we got married in my in-laws' house. It was a small wedding in the home, and they started serving drinks before the wedding, so everybody got a little hair dog, including the priest. Priest had a couple scotches before we got started too, so it was okay. Yeah. Right. But we'll see you guys next Thursday, I reckon. Huh?
next Thursday.
Right.
All right.
Good.
Thank you, Bill.
Great seeing you,
Thank
everybody.
you, Tom.
Take care, everybody.
Thursday.
I'll take a-
Guys,
Bye,
Good
guys.
trip, Chris.
Bye-bye.
good
All right,
show,
see you
guys.
guys later. Bye-bye.